Well, hello strange people, and welcome back to the channel. Just like, before I say anything more, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that sent their best wishes for my little back injury. It's much better. Not perfect yet, otherwise on a beautiful still day like this I would have gone canoeing, but it is much better. Today I've just come down into the forest. If you remember a couple of videos back, I went into the forest and found an area that just didn't look as though anybody'd been there for years and years and years. So I've come to the far end of that forest now, where, to be honest, there are a lot of people, and it's not too far away from a busy main road, probably half a mile away on the other side of the valley mine. I've just found this old mine adit. I don't know if you can see the top up there. It's not fenced in or anything. It'd be quite some fall if you were up here when there's a bit dimpsy, or even in the dark walking. Quite some fall. It's interesting. Nonetheless, this valley's full of them. There are there's a ridge that runs, although we're actually on Dartmoor itself, we're not actually on High Moor, and there's a ridge that runs around about 12 miles west with roughly about 100 mines on them, and this is about as far east as the mines got, so this is quite interesting. Copper and tin mostly, the wolfram, lead, silver, arsenic, a lot of arsenic. So yeah, quite interesting. I will bring you back in a mo because my battery is flashing. I don't know if you can see behind me, there's another one. I'm about 40 yards further along. That tunnel looks as though it's blocked up with just debris. But on this side, there is a really deep cleave in the ground. There we go. Really deep. In fact, that there is a hole. Now I can see about 20 feet down it, and I think it's probably an old air shaft, something like that. Maybe there's another tunnel further down. There's no fence around it, so anybody wandering through these woods at night, or again, like I said earlier, even if it was just a bit dimpsy, they could slip there and fall, and that would be a nasty fall. There's a little fence here right beside where I am, and this one here appears to be fenced, but there's nothing down there, so I'm going to have to report that, I think, because that really does need to be reported and fenced off. If somebody's walking with a dog, you know, something like a spaniel that just runs on ahead, it's gone. Right, I'll bring you back presently if there's anything more to see. It's lovely in the woods today. It's a shame about the roads are close by, and I think the kids playing in the river a couple hundred yards below me. I heard music just now, somebody scream. Right, bring you back presently. There's a yew tree just behind me. It's the only one I've seen in the forest, and I'm willing to bet there's a manor house just across the valley. I'm willing to bet a blackbird or something has taken a berry and well, I had a dollop just there. Looks a little out of place in amongst all these oaks and birch, holly. Still, it's nice to see. Right, we're going to go and find a place to have a brew and a chit chat. I'll catch you in a mo. Well, it hasn't been a totally successful day. I went far too far to the east in this woodland. It's full of people, and as you can probably hear, background noise. There's a road about a mile away, quite a busy road. So the road traffic noise really winds me up. So it's a shame, but there it is. Not a lot I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. I'm coming up for 1,000 subscribers, and as I've said before, I appreciate every single one of you. I'm not somebody that chases subscribers, but if you want to subscribble and bang my ding dong and do the old Roman Emperor Caligula bit, that's up to you. No obligation at all. But because I'm coming up to 1,000 subscribers, there's going to be a 970 subscriber giveaway. Just because. So it's been a little bit difficult trying to work out what to get people. What to get people. It's like Christmas, isn't it? What to choose to actually have as a giveaway. Sort of, I don't like the word prize, but I can't think of another one off the top of my head. So what I've done is, because I've got such an eclectic viewing audience, hikers, bushcrafters, people who just like the outdoors, travellers, all sorts of different sorts of people. What I've done is tried to choose something that will suit most tastes. Oh, can you hear that motorbike? Why can't he get baffles? Probably baffled bike. Anyway, so what I've got is a first aid kit. Quite a chunky first aid kit, I've got to admit. But you can always slim it down if you're hiking. It's I've forgotten the total number of pieces in it now. I think it was something like 172 pieces, something like that. I sort of chose it because it had things like a compass and a whistle in it. I'm not 100% sure what you'd need a compass for first aid, but there you go. But it's also got an emergency poncho. It's got, you know, the emergency blanket, things like that. Cold compress for bruising, things like that. The one thing that I thought it could do with adding was a light. So I've added a small torch. It's not an O light or anything like that. It says it's 300 lumens, but I beg to differ. I think it's probably nearer 297. It has a high beam, sort of a small moonlight type beam, and it does flash as well. It's aluminium. It's quite a tough looking sturdy thing, so I thought that ought to go in the first aid kit anyway, just as a backup light, or if you haven't got a light with you and somebody gets hurt. So yeah, so there's your first aid kit. As I say, I think I remember it saying it was 170 something pieces. It's got a list of things that it's got in it here, but 175 pieces. I haven't got my glasses with me, so I couldn't tell you exactly what it was. It's got a little first aid sheet as well by the look of it. Just can't get that in there now, can I? There we go. So first aid kit. And then to go with the sort of first aid theme, I've added in just one of these Trek Right survival bags. It's just basically a very large garbage bag that you can get inside, bright orange. So Ant better not win this or he'll be sleeping in it. So yeah, it's a Trek Right garbage bag, survival bag. Depends who's in it, I suppose. And lastly, this one's actually mine. It's more for the, I was going to say it's more for the bushcraft, but I actually been using this at work. It's been quite handy at work. It's one of these dump pouches or whatever they're called. I went and collected some birch bark earlier, but I've actually used it at work. I've been putting things in it. As I'm walking around, and I used it in the garden the other day when I was doing my fruit trees and tying the fruit trees back, and just kept my string and my pocket knife in it. So it does have other uses as well, which would be useful to other people other than the bushcraft community. So like I say, this one's got my this one's actually mine. The one I've ordered hasn't arrived yet. So there's your 3 prizes, or whatever you want to call it. Now, to enter this, I'm afraid you're going to have to be in the UK. Sorry about that, but UK only. It doesn't mean to say that I don't love you over there in Canada and the US and wherever else you might be. But, well. So, UK only entry. And to stop anyone from Devon winning it, what you have to write in the comment below is cream on top of the jam. Cream on top of the jam. Now there's for those of you that aren't aware, there's a Devon cream tea and there's a Cornish cream tea. The Devon cream tea puts the jam on the scone, whatever. Puts the cream on first and then the jam on top. Now that's completely wrong. You've got to put the jam on and then the cream on top of that. Clotted cream. So cream on top is what you've got to, cream on top of the jam is what you've got to write in the comments. So that will limit anybody from Devon entering this contest with any luck. Cream on top of the jam. I've been discovered by a couple of dogs. Hello dogs. Get out of it. There's nothing in my cup. Hey, hey! Thank you. I've no idea whose dog this is. Go on then. Go on. Off you go. Go, go. Grand. I have to wash my cup out now. Lovely. Right, I think I should be leaving the video here because there's just too many people in this area. People are alright, but they should stay in the cities where they belong. Right, catch you on the next one.